Pod, aka People of Detroit. We wanna put people on. You know what I'm saying? We wanna get the world to know more about Detroit.
Well, what makes us different at the Pod is that we want to have real stories by real people and displaying real triumphs. At the end of the day, in Detroit, one thing we know how to do is hustle harder.
What up, though? Y'all already know what it is. We in here. It's your boy, Sir LA.
It's your girl, Dahlia.
And you in here rocking with the Pod, a.k.a.
the people of Detroit.
Y'all already know. We back at it for episode 2. And actually, I want to change the name today. I'm going to say Pioneers of Detroit. Because today, the guest we got, he is a legend in his own right. Did countless hits. Countless work, and been around for 25 plus. And today, who I'm speaking of, K.I.D. the producer.
So like,
what up, though?
What up?
We finished it. It was a lot of the power behind the album was so big. It was just like, just imagine getting through 10 songs. You only got 3 more to go, and then we had all these people with all these different creative ideas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it was like, we going this way. No, we should go that way. No. So it was like, it got so crazy that I just was like, yo, we ain't gonna.
He got all the as an artist being in the room with basically a bunch of juggernauts.
Right.
If you ever have the opportunity to work with K.I.D. or to be in that vicinity, the best thing you could do is honestly in that moment be quiet and watch. You will learn so much. And you see so many different energies and different individuals come in the room that offer so much. It was times where we were in the studio and it'll be people in the room that don't even rap, people that's just business people, and come out like, hey, you should say this, and then it just changed the entire song. Like that's that old school energy where you will have just a room full of people creating together, feeling together, and K.I.D. will challenge you. He'll just, the beat will be playing, you wasn't even supposed to be on the song. He'll look at you like, hey, write something to this. Mm-hmm. And you better make sure you get it wrote right then and there. Hey, you know what? Hey, don't go nowhere. Write something to this too. And he'll keep challenging you and keep pushing you. And when you get around your peers in the city, your elders that's going to show you, teach you, guide you, respect that, cherish that, it'll change you.
I think that's one of the biggest mistakes I make today, because like in my head, it's like I'm trying to grab all these black people together and just like, come on, we can all go together, man. You dope, and you dope, and you dope, And I just, everybody. What I learned is everybody don't want to be successful.
That's true. Right.
And it ain't that it's different reasons why people don't want to be. They could be scared, like they don't want their life to change. They see it, but they don't want to. They like walking around and nobody know who they are and that type of thing. Or they don't like to get that involved in it.
Mm-hmm. Or a lot of people want to be famous and don't want to put the work in.
Yeah, that's true. I was saying that.
Lack of work ethic is a big deal.
Can I get an amen from the congregation?
Amen.
I said people want to be famous, though, don't want to put the work in. Mm-hmm. That goes under investing in yourself. Right. Put money behind yourself, because at the end of the day, who you gonna wait for? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You are in control of your own destiny. You control your own life. So everybody is dealt the same options. Everybody. Everybody.
Well, shout out to everybody I was trying to work with. I wasn't trying to ruin y'all lives. I really was under the impression we was trying to make some stuff happen. So.
Hey, it is what it is.
You ain't gonna believe them stories. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is, though.
And sometimes with some of that, sometimes it just falls into accountability. I think as artists, a lot of people don't hold themselves accountable. They get upset. Oh, where the support? And I know that I've seen a lot of that coming up, starting out. And then what I come to realize, people respect the work ethic. You work, they see you working, they see you consistent. They gon' I mean, your work speaks for itself.
Right.
You can't just be dope and only 10 people know you and be mad at the world that nobody on to you. It can't always be about you, but at the same time, your work ethic got to show.
And leadership is it's a heavy responsibility because you taking on all these different personalities and frequencies and vibes.
Yes.
And it's like the minute you make a mistake, it's like,
man, I
just offended this person.
Yeah.
And I didn't mean to offend them. I just, I'm dealing with this and that, and life gonna be what it's gonna be. Like, I just had an episode with my homeboy. We was getting started. His brother passed. He was dealing with his brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, so when we first jumped off, we had all these plans. Like, yo, we finna do this, and life just get in the way. You didn't expect for this to happen.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like it really show you that, like, in that particular situation, excuse me, I realized I wasn't a leader. You see, I can make beats, I can do all this, but I realized I wasn't a leader because if I would have went through what he went through, I wouldn't have been able to do it.
Hey, that's real. That's real shit for you to be able
and
to
being a public figure going
so
through
we
that,
all blessed in our own ways. Like,
yes.
I can be a dope producer. My man, he could be a dope visionary and have wisdom and say, look, we're going to do it like this. When we go through a storm, you're on a boat. If I'm screaming, we finna drown. Somebody gotta be like, shut up. We gonna be all right.
Somebody gotta sit
down. It's like that. That's how life is, and I had to learn that. So,
okay. I got a question for you. What is your favorite Detroit childhood memory? Something that just, when you think about it, make you light up inside.
Vashonda Martin.
That
was her name.
That was her name.
No, I got my license, and she was the first girl I took out and kissed at the show, dog. That was the best.
At the drive-in or on the inside?
Yeah, I still had to be home by 10 o'clock.
It's 9:47. You like, come on,
man. The wheel I went to the show. My first car was a man, don't laugh, man. It was a Fiesta.
I mean, it was your first car, so it's not like,
listen, was you 6'something" sitting in a Fiesta, though?
I might have been about 5'8", though.
All right, 5'8".
You gonna feel like you 6'3" in that, dog. I had this dumb, like, I took the speaker out the living room, put it in the car, and the sound was right. So, back then it was really all about just being fresh. It didn't matter what your car looked like.
Yeah. No, for sure.
But just sitting there, man, just looking at her and kissing her and show that was the start of life for me. You know what I'm saying? So,
you knew right there that I'm a man out here.
Yeah, I need a Benz now. I want to see what happens when I get a Benz.
That was your bar mitzvah.
Yeah, facts.
How I feel to buy your first Benz? When you bought the first Benz, what year was that? How did that feel? I want to know that moment. For everybody that want one and ain't got one yet, we gotta live vicariously.
I'm a be 100. Right. Like, it was awful.
Okay.
Man, Red, he always had money his whole life. So we had negotiated the situation with Koch.
Okay.
So he was management. He like, don't go out and buy spend. You know what I'm saying? Don't spend a whole lot of money on no car. Just lease it.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So he told me about credit, the leasing game. I leased I think 500 SEL or something. The note was like almost $1,900 a month. But I mean, I had never had no real money before.
Okay.
So my first check from them was like 80 grand.
Oh man, I know you saw that one.
This my man. Yeah, this is my man. So he getting half. So it is. I had like 40. Put like 10 on it. But just getting behind the wheel, I was like,
that's
different, man. I already know.
It's a euphoric feeling. It's like when you think about life, you think about like a crackhead, right? Like his whole point is when he smoked crack the first time, it's that feeling like, oh my God, I got to get back to it. Oh my God. Hey, hold on.
Got the high line. Yeah, got the high line.
Shice. Here. You outside? Yeah. Come on. Yeah. Come on. About another 10 minutes.
Something around
All
there.
right. Okay. Yeah, sorry about that.
I know it's all good. I know business calls.
Yeah, you can edit that part out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
keep it just for the raw factor, honestly.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Well, since we got, I know you got to move. I was about to ask you about Trouble in Paradise. How did that come about? And was that beginning stages of the Airway or No Way album? Is that was like the beginning
Good question.
stages of that? What happened with that?
Yeah.
Drano, I hate talking about it. Like,
Yeah.
I don't mind talking. I'm just saying, like, yeah, it's just like,
for sure.
that's like really one of my best friends.
Right.
Rest in
and
peace
like,
for sure.
The situation with me and him, it wasn't supposed to be called Airway or No Way. That was actually supposed to be the name of his album. See what I'm saying? So, when he got out, he was in the whole BMF thing. I would talk to him while he was in prison and stuff like that. And he's one of the only people that, like, wouldn't even take no money from me. I'm like, man, here, I know you need some money. Like, no, nigga, don't do that. Just send me some beats. I'm like, you can get beats in jail? He's like, yeah, you got my email and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Send me some beats. And he would say stuff like, read the Bible to me. I'm like, what? Like, he don't talk like this.
Yeah.
Tell me something about God from the Bible. So we'd talk about that. Then he was like, yeah, I'm getting out early. I want to come see you. So when we got together, he just was like, he didn't want to deal with nothing in the streets no more. He started an LLC. And we had a cleaning business. It was lucrative because he connected with some of the right. I didn't even know you made that much money cleaning buildings.
Oh, no, it's real.
Yeah.
But he just came off superiorly focused, and he like, I don't want to be around nobody but you. And I'm like, it was just weird because he was just like, and I'm like, why? Like, you ain't gay or nothing.
No,
like,
he knew your faith. He knew your faith.
He was like, no, he said,
sure.
you always been a good-hearted person. And he said, I just didn't see it back then because I had the money and all that. And that was blinding me. You see what I'm saying? So he like, when I thought about everything, you was the only one that came through and was checking on me and seeing if I was all right.
For sure.
So that messed me up bad. Like, that he even saw that because I do it so natural. It's just something that, the way I was raised, that's how we move. You see what I'm saying? It ain't much, but you got something. You see what I'm saying? I ain't about to front like I was trying to send him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So he calls me. I still got the text message. It's crazy. He called me at 10 o'clock one night. And he was like, I want to come talk to you. I'm like, you good? He like, yeah, I just want to talk to you. So he comes through. We have this long conversation about God. And just getting away from negative people. He left at 3 o'clock in the morning. 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, he got killed. He was in a car accident.
Man.
It messed me up. So, that's why we named the album what we named it. You know what I'm saying?
The title track of the album is dope.
That was all of us together.
Yeah, that's
So,
dope.
Yes.
It's very dope.
We had just started a group called the Big Boys, which...
Shout out to Big Boys.
Yes, indeed. Airway or No Way. Stream it.
Yeah, it's out, double album. So that's
It's dropped
me.
in October. Go check it out. Airway or No Way.
That's me, Rico, Money Nick, Carmichael 313, and Boozoo. 3 months before Drano, that Boozoo got killed.
No.
So it's like, what's going on?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what is God trying to say? You know what I'm saying? It was a mess, but needless to say, we got it done. It's 23. It's a double album. I might be the only person in the city besides Esham that dropped a double album.
Yeah, it's a lot of tracks on there, and it's all fire. All fire.
Yeah,
Stunt
yeah.
is a habit.
See, that's
Was
what
a
made
King
me-
Kong.
that's what
And
made
like,
me
it's
ask
some crazy
you,
songs on that album. Crazy.
When you I seen that you put the Trouble in Paradise. It was around October 2020. But then a year later, Airway or No Way came out. That's why I just assumed that was like a beginning stages of Airway No Way, and then it kind of, you know what I'm saying?
It's weird that you saying that. Like, it sound kind of like prophetic to a certain degree, because it's like, what made me call it Trouble in Paradise, and then that's really what happened.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's weird.
Deep.
That's weird that you said that, but
yeah,
we called it that because that was like our homage to him. Because a lot of the songs that we was cutting, they were supposed to have been on his album. You know what I'm saying? So
that's deep. That's deep.
Well, you know, all the sentimental. We don't want to get too.
It's cool. You got
the energy back
real.
up. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's why we're here, for people to tell their story. You know what I'm saying? And the people, honestly, the vent. You know what I'm saying? Because Detroit is filled with more than what people see. And you know that's why we're here. We want to get people to notice
real stories,
different people, and different events. Because the crazy part about life is everybody's story is different.
Yes, indeed.
It's literally 7-8 billion people in the world. None of them stories the same.
Right.
So it's different when you talk or you touch bases with somebody. And and we appreciate you stopping through. We'll probably wrap it up in a little bit, but let me see.
I got a question for you. I got a good question. I got a question here. What I want to know is, what is something that you haven't tapped into yet, either regarding hip hop or entertainment, music, anything in general that you haven't tapped into yet? What's something you want to get into?
I want to run a whole label from the bottom, like on some Russell Simmons. I'm ready to play chess with them, like Jay-Z. Like I want to have that run. Like even being older, I want to have that type of run.
Yeah, for sure.
Like where I got 20 artists, they all just winning. You know what I'm saying? That's a monumental thing. But I think Jay-Z's success comes from how he carried himself.
Okay.
I think that his overall intention was to treat people how he treated himself. He with the same woman. You know what I'm saying? They've been married for, it's been about 10 to 15 years.
It's been a minute, yeah.
So
and together, it's years before that. Right. Yeah.
So it's like the discipline it takes to do that. And be in that game, it's phenomenal for him to look at him like that. Okay. To see like Kanye West, and he was responsible for his run. To just when they say black excellence, that's what I'm really all about. I just don't have the money that he got. I would be doing the exact same thing. I'm not racist or nothing, so please don't. I'm not racist. I just love black people.
You know what you do got in common with Jay-Z or any other mogul? You know what you do have in common? The same 24 hours in a day that they have.
Right.
So at the end of the day, the sky's the limit.
Yeah, we see if it's the most I will, let it be done.
Indeed.
I know you was talking about, you know, you want to start your own label, you know, step outside your producing box, but as far as the movie, The Drip Chick, now that's an actual movie.
I know about that though.
I ain't even know about The Drip Chick. He doing hard over here.
I know you produced the title track as well.
Okay, I'm real close with a lot of people at No Limit.
Okay.
I just don't bring it up. You see what I'm saying? So I produced Mr. Servon.
Okay, that's what's up.
New album, and we was gonna release it with a movie, but we was waiting till he got off tour. So he just got off tour. As a matter of fact, they gotta play like 2 more months. They got some more shows they gotta do, and then we gonna put it out after that. Cause I was like, well, we should wait because you ain't been out in a minute. I'm not saying it like that.
But I get it. You putting the plan together.
I don't want him to see it and think I'm tripping.
Nah, you putting the plan together. Ain't nothing wrong with that. It makes sense. It makes sense.
Yeah. So we got a little mini movie, and he addicted to the strip clubs and stuff like that. So I'm playing the righteous are all like, no, man, you need to stay in the studio.
That's gonna be interesting. That's what's up.
And the actual album cover, I don't know if you see, it's called The Settlement.
The Settlement. I feel like I did. Just hearing The Settlement, I feel like I did see it.
So, you know, the name of the first album was Life Insurance.
Okay, that makes sense.
Now
I called it.
It's a continuation.
The settlement, if you look, is really, you see this hand, it look like he's shaking hands with the devil.
Okay.
But what he's saying is, I'm through with the world. I'm doing my way. So anytime you sign yourself to somebody else, you really selling your soul. So now it's like, I done did all that. Now I'm just gonna do me.
I'm into my agreement. I'm doing it my way.
That's what.
Period.
The album cover, I think it might be on my Instagram. I might have took it down. I don't remember. But yeah, that's the album cover.
Can we see more acting from you?
I'm about to ask that.
No, we meet each other mind. Can we see more acting from you?
Like your first acting debut in that?
Yeah, I couldn't stop laughing like, cause it just like they like you gotta not be yourself, and I'm like, I don't know no other way to be but myself. So it's like, no, just try to act serious, and I'm in there. I'm not that type of guy. Yeah. So it's like, where you been? I felt gay as hell. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I'm asking a grown man where he been. Like,
another thing I was thinking about. I want to ask you, what is something that you accomplished in your 25 plus year career that you set a goal up for, that you personally set a personal goal to do and you accomplished it? Like, what would that be?
That's a good question.
Having a family.
Okay.
Staying married to the same girl for 20 years.
Okay, amen.
My father left us when I was like 8 years old. So I thank the Most High for letting me accomplish that, because I beat my father. So
for sure.
That's
the most thing that mean the most to me.
Breaking curses and getting bags.
Yeah,
Let's get it.
facts.
Let's get it. 2022. Let's do it.
We gotta change these generational curses out here. You know what I'm saying? My father, he recently passed in April, but like I say, my 32 years on this earth, I'm 33 now, but you know, he showed me a lot and he taught me a lot. And I see a lot of people that grew up without a father, and I see the difference. You know what I'm saying? Even though my father not here, I vicariously lived through him of what he showed me and how he portrayed his life. Yeah. So, you know what I'm saying? But that was a real question, because a lot of people, you know, make families and, you know, things happen, or, you know, things may, you know, be hurdles that they can't get over as a family that break them up. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm glad that that's something that's important to you as far as family, and, you know what I'm saying, and being there for your children. And I'm assuming you do have 2 children, correct?
3.
3 children?
Yeah.
My daughter's 17. I got one that's 12.
Oh, she 12.
Yeah, she 12 years old. And my son 4.
Okay.
But a lot of family ain't family either.
Ooh.
For sure.
Okay, now.
For sure.
A lot of my homeboys in the streets helped me get through a lot.
Yeah.
Shout out to my homie Red, you know.
Yeah.
Indeed.
We had some rough times with the music. A lot of people was playing games. When you have kids, you look at life different. You can't run down the street and shoot somebody because they didn't give you $50.
No, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of times I had to go to my homeboys to keep a roof over our head. You see what I'm saying? So shout out to my man Red, like facts.
Family is not defined by just blood.
Facts.
Period. That's spiritual, and that's, you know, people show you that unconditional love, and sometimes it's not through kinship. So shout out to that agape love as well.
Facts. You knew what you're talking about, yeah. So
yeah.
Like now we doing good. We still on top. People still know who he is. We may not have as much as Joe Blow, but it's genuine love though.
For sure, for sure.
I'd rather eat crackers with people I love than steak with niggas I can't stand.
Yeah. Period.
I'd rather eat crackers with people I love than steaks with snakes.
Period.
Steaks with steaks.
I had a question for you before, because I know you're a busy man and you got to get back to the bag. But talk to us about the Major League. What's popping with that?
Major League is my homeboy ABM Shice and Sean Knotts, and we just been knowing each other for a long time. And my homeboy Shice just called me like, nigga, I want to do an album. So I was like, all right, let's do it. It's really that simple. You know what I'm saying? That's my man. It's like my brother, you know, and we just mobbing. That's it.
Okay.
We got a new album coming out. It's crazy. Like y'all ain't gonna even believe it when y'all hear it. Like
we waiting.
We're gonna have to check out a few tracks.
Yeah,
for sure. Give us an exclusive,
Yeah.
I also I read somewhere, seeing that born and raised in Detroit. I read somewhere that that you personally said that when it's all said and done, you taking it to the South. You know what I'm saying? As far as like your retirement, relax.
Yeah, cause I'm gonna be 100. I got like diabetes and high blood pressure.
Okay.
So I function better under warmer climates.
That makes sense.
You know what I'm saying? Just for my health wise, I'm trying to get on top of it, but. I been eating steaks and shrimps every day. So these niggas telling me you can't eat it at all. And basically, I got to eat leaves and drink water all day. And I'm like, that shit ain't going to work.
Listen, all right. I'm going to tell the truth, y'all. I'm going to tell the truth. A few years ago when I had the opportunity to work with K.I.D., anybody that was around, we got spoiled. We ate good. We used to eat good.
Every day.
All right, so I'm going to ask you for the people right now. Best pizza spot. Metro area. What you
Bob's, 7 Mile and Evergreen.
Okay, period. You heard it first. Bob's
That's a no-brainer. So look, when I come in there, y'all make sure y'all take care of me too.
Period. Right. Take care of Kid when
Tell
you come in there and plugging it.
No, they the best though. They've been around since I was little.
Before we let you go though, what you want the people to know before we do the wrap up? What you want to let everybody know?
What's coming as far as
what's your final thoughts?
Major League album is on the way. We got the Major League podcast.
Yes, indeed. Shout out to Major League for
making
it happen for the people of Detroit podcast. Shout out to Major League, Red Diamond Kid.
I just started a joint venture with my man Rico.
Shout out Rico.
Yeah. So it's me, him. We like the new Rockefeller. It's me, him,
nice,
and my homeboy Red. You know what I'm saying? So we like the new Rockefeller.
Shout out again to Red for sure.
Yeah. Okay. So we got a lot of stuff coming to podcast, but Major League is gonna be with the Most High will. It's gonna be like the new NBC. It's not just a podcast. It's like movies,
network.
Like a network type of thing. We're trying to get it there.
And it'll get there. Look,
for sure.
Yeah,
we got nothing but love for Major League, and blessings to all the endeavors.
One more question.
Yeah,
just the last
one.
You all good. You
good. As far as in your career, is it any moment in your career that you passed up on something that actually blew after?
That's a good question.
Damn,
that's a good question.
It's one. Rick Ross. I was working with Rick Ross real heavy because I ain't gonna say their name because I don't want their business out here. But
for sure,
I had a really big person investing into me, and Rick Ross. They brought Rick Ross in like for me to produce before like he had got like super big or whatever.
This is before Hustling.
Yeah, no, it was when Hustling. Was out. But see, what people didn't know was when Hustling was out. He had a hit record and didn't have an album done. You see what I'm saying? The album wasn't even finished. It was like they had to hurry up and
get it right.
Throw an album together.
Wave out there, right?
Right, trying to catch up, basically.
Yeah. So, the guy that I was working with that was investing into me, he ended up going to the federal penitentiary. So it was like my loyalty to him was like, I don't care who you is.
Oh wow, yeah.
If he not here. You know what I'm saying? I can't even touch it. You see what I'm saying?
That's real.
So he came out. He don't even do music no more. So I sat there and blew it. I should have just went. But it's all good. But that was you already see how he's sitting right now. So I missed that part.
Right. But you know what? You're a man of integrity.
No, right. For sure. You know what I'm saying?
That's nothing nobody can take from you.
We again, me and Dahlia, we greatly appreciate you. Coming and letting us talk to you, you know what I'm saying? You telling your story to the world, well, some of your story, I should say.
Yeah.
Because I know it's still a lot of layers to you.
I don't know, maybe a part two. Maybe a part two.
You gotta let me make some more memories real quick.
Indeed.
That we could talk, that's worth talking about anyway. You know what I'm saying?
I can't let you leave without this. I am so sorry. I know we was saying that. I can't let you leave until we talk about my favorite kid moment.
Yeah, go ahead.
Jenny the book, the museum, and the hip hop of Detroit. We have to talk about that moment.
Okay, so
we have to.
I guess this email from this lady named, really, I love this lady too. Very, very nice lady. Jenny Rice. I had never heard, I think I'm saying it Rizzer or Ricer, but you can Google it. Riser. She emailed me and was like, yeah, can I interview you? Because I want to put you in a book and you're going to be in a museum at the DIA. And I'm like, I'm looking at it like this is a joke. Like, I don't playing on my phone. You know what I'm saying? So I guess the email and it said that she was producing this book that was about the monumental people in Detroit. So like all of these people in this book is like people that they respect in Detroit.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So she said, yeah, I want to film you and Helliver and AK together. I'm like,
man, that's crazy.
Yeah, I don't think you know our history, but you know, like we ain't got no beef with each other, but we was always kind of like the city just kind of, I don't know, just made us rivals for whatever reason.
Yeah, I get
it.
To this day, I don't know where that even came from, just to be 100%.
Right.
So it was like, there's a setup. Somebody trying to do something. Like, that's how I felt. You see what I'm saying? I felt like it was a setup. So I'm like, just for giggles, I'm like, let's just see what happens. You know what I'm saying? So it ended up being legit. Me and Hella would talk that day. Because it was like, it was a bunch of people talking in front of us. You know what I'm saying? So when we talk, like, yo, like, why you got a problem with me? He like, I don't got no problem with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, so he was like,
conversation.
Yeah.
He did say one thing. I said, well, why can't we never work together? And my kids should be going to school with your kids. And he was like, he said something I'll never forget. He said, it's business, it's not personal.
Mm.
So I thought about that for a minute. And AK kind of was like, did you understand what he was saying?
Mm-hmm.
Not really. He said, kid, he think you dope. But he dope too. So he can't, this is how he make a living. Mm-hmm. So it's certain things you got the potential. You just got to do it yourself. That's it. Change your whole squad.
Yeah.
But I'm sure y'all good.
We good. We just worked on the dope. We just
a conversation that needed to happen, and you know what I'm saying, look at that, y'all both looking at each other like, I don't know.
It eased the tension. Like, I was really cool. You know, it eased the tension because I'm really a cool dude that like play video games and stuff. And I would go to different places and it would just be people looking at me like, yeah, we should just jump this nigga right now. Like, it was like that. But
and don't even know you be chilling.
I'm cool. I don't know. That thing because I make K.I.D or beat all these records I'm making, they thinking I'm just some Dominican dude to just go around killing people and so I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But we actually ended up working on the Doughboy Cash Out album together.
Okay.
Which that was cool because it's like,
was that the first time together?
Yeah, since we took that.
Y'all hear history.
We took that picture. I think that was like in
17.
Might have been
8.
15 or something.
Yeah,
2015.
I remember that day.
Yeah,
because the Joe ain't even there no more. So that's history.
That's what make that picture.
That's history.
That might be a good NFT too, because the Joe Louis Arena is not there no more.
And you know what? We need to get that information out about that book too. Definitely to the people.
It's called Deciphered by Jenny Ricer, and you can get it off. You can just get it if you Google it on Amazon. It's still there.
It's like all our legends. I want to say, dang, they're up to like, what was it? K.I.D., Dej Loaf, Shine. It was all our legends up to that point for the most part, right?
Yeah, they in that book too.
Yeah, it was a lot of people in that book. You know, it was a lot involved when that book was getting made, a lot of political stuff too, and it still ended up beautiful no matter what.
It pissed off a lot of people.
It did piss off a lot. Like I said, that's why I look. You see, I'm like the PC version. I'm like, look, it was a lot of political stuff, but at the end of the day, regardless of who didn't make it in it, you gotta still count it as a win for the city, and you gotta look at all the people that was in it, and it shines light.
Well, I just want to say this for the record too. I think that Lieutenant Dre and Sugar Ray should have been in that book.
Oh, definitely legends for sure.
They was really breaking Detroit artists.
Yeah, Sugar Ray too.
Sugar Ray was responsible for Tone Tone. Mm-hmm. She was responsible for K.I.D in My Hood. She was one of the ones like, this fire right here. We got to play this. You know what I'm saying? And then I think Gary Chandler was in there. I can't remember if Gary was in there
I
or
don't
not.
remember
But
if Gary was in there either.
Gary was breaking a lot of Detroit artists too. So,
I know it was a lot of
going
people,
against the
for
grain,
sure.
like for real, like trying to really get people out here. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
At the end of the day, everybody that's doing something, we are contributing to Detroit hip-hop history. Don't forget the overall common goal. I know everybody looking for themselves in the process, but make sure you realize you keep that common goal in place. If we keep working to put the city on, that's going to keep putting generations on for sure.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah.
Thank you so much
Yes,
for
man.
the interview,
Oh, yeah,
the
it was a pleasure,
insight.
bro.
Yeah.
Much
Pleasure.
love.
Thank you
Much
for
love.
stopping through. But we appreciate y'all out there. Again, it's your boy Sir LA,
It's Dahlia.
and we here with Kid the Producer. Dope interview, and we'll be tuning in next time for episode 3. We'll see y'all soon on the pod, aka the people of Detroit.
Peace, fam.
We out.